everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Elite Class Megatron with chopper cut spark armor from Transformers Cyberverse Power of the Spark. This guy is the Elite Class, so he's $24.99. I found him at Target. If you're looking for this guy, definitely a good place to check. I've seen them at a couple Targets now, so they've reset their aisles. These things should be easily available. But really like the look of the chopper. I think the kind of picture here, the the artwork, I should say, for the armor looks really great. I love the look of that. Taking a look on the side here, just kind of that standard Decepticon group shot. Does say Elite Class on the side. Cool picture of Megs there on that side. And then on the back, we just have Megatron with his tank vehicle mode, the chopper, and then boom! Look at that. Look at that armor combination. I think that's really, really cool. Also, you see Optimus and Bumblebee down there, also available. Already took a look at Optimus. Bumblebee is on the way. So let's go ahead, let's get Megatron out of this box, and let's take a closer look. So here is Megatron with the chopper cut spark armor. I'm going to put Megatron off to the side for a second. We'll take a look at the spark armor. I love the color scheme. I think the purple looks really cool. I like the metallic blue paint for the canopy here. You can see one of the arms is going to be one of these Energon maces that Megatron's known for. You have some pinkish purple down here in the, I'm assuming these are Gatling guns or missile pods of some kind, something like that. You can spin the helicopter around both directions. Very cool. Has some silver missiles here. Very nice. Yeah, overall it's a cool little helicopter. Again, doesn't do anything on its own, doesn't transform or anything, but it's a cool little helicopter. Like it quite a bit. Put that off to the side. We'll bring Megatron back in. It's a cool looking Megatron figure. He's got heels back here for when the armor connects. Unfortunately, unlike Prime, you can't push them all the way into the body. They stop about there. Not a huge problem, and if you want, you could leave them down all the time, but otherwise, they just kind of hang out there. But he's a cool looking Megatron figure. I like him. Nice head sculpt. See if I can get in a little bit closer there. Pretty cool. Nice red menacing eyes. Decepticon symbol on the chest painted very nicely. Red here in the torso looks good. Articulation, he's got a ball joint in the shoulder. He's also got some shoulder movement this way because of the transformation. Head can move from side to side. Ball joint in the elbow. Nothing in the waist, but then for the hips, you can kick about that much forward, kick about that much back, out to the side. Basically, his little skirt thing here kind of hinders front, back, and to the side, but you get enough, in my opinion. Pretty much 90 degrees there in the knee, and then nothing in the ankle, because he's one solid piece for the shins downward. He does come with a fusion cannon, as he is known for. You could peg it in here, you could peg it in here. If you like the look of it a little bit higher, you could do that. Whatever you prefer. And you can see that he's got a peg on both sides, so you could peg it on any arm. They will, the reason he's got one on both sides is for the vehicle transformation. We'll get there a little bit later. But yeah, not bad. Not a bad little Megatron. I think in robot mode he looks kind of cool. If you wanted, you could even take this and kind of peg it into the back and give him that kind of classic, you know, gun barrel behind his head look. Now that won't give him a gun on his arm, but I kind of like the look of that. I think that looks kind of neat. But anyway, I'm going to take this off for the moment. We'll put it off to the side so we can check out his combination with the spark armor. Alright, so spoiler alert, I had some trouble with this. You'll see what I mean as I do it. I'm going to go ahead and pop the heels down, get that situated, and I took the cannon off because it's just a little bit easier in my opinion. But basically you take this, you open up this section underneath the canopy like that. You're supposed to kind of straighten this out and flip up the wings. But now you have to be careful because part of the spring-loaded gimmick is spinning the propeller. So you can't put your hands anywhere near the propeller or else you'll block it. So you take this, peg it into his back as per usual. So there we go. So now, really I'm going to try to not hold on to the back at all. And let me zoom out here a little bit. So you're going to lift this part up and then bring this down, and I'll try to just hold on to his feet. See, for whatever reason, I always have trouble with this side. It's really annoying. Let me see if I can get it this time. I don't know where to hold them. Maybe down here we'll try. Now it does that side, not the other side. Come on, you stupid thing. Alright, I gotta reset. Like I said, this 9 times out of 10 gives me trouble. Did that work? No, it doesn't want to do it. Sometimes I feel like you just have to give it like a lot of gusto. I don't know. Really, tying the stupid blade of the helicopter into the spring-loaded gimmick was a mistake, in my opinion, because it causes more problems than it fixes or looks cool. There we go. And now it'll snap into the waist. It's supposed to snap into the waist. Why won't you snap into the waist? There it goes. I wasn't pushing it down far enough. Okay, so what you're left with, I think, looks really neat. These things, unfortunately, just kind of hang back here, which I'm not too crazy about. And this thing, I don't know, I guess it still spins. Sometimes it locks, other times it spins. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's a real pain to get that thing to work. Like I said, I don't know if I'm sure it's me doing something wrong. That's not outside the realm of possibility, but it's just annoying. It's not fun. It's a toy. It should be fun, and that's a real bummer. Also, like with Prime, he had 2 giant Gatling guns, which he could look like he was kind of wielding. This just kind of looks like he's got 4 arms, which I think is kind of weird. What I like to do, I like to just rotate the arms at the elbow there, kind of towards the body once, and that way you can kind of make it look like, and these things will kind of cover it up. It kind of looks like he loses his original arms, and now these are his new replacement arms. So these have, you know, movement here in the elbows. Otherwise, it's just normal Megatron articulation with his legs and everything. And you can have him hold the cannon here if you would like that, which is kind of cool. I kind of wish this did something, maybe you could pull it out a little bit or something like that, just because I think it looks kind of, it's real small and rinky-dink. Him holding the gun over here is kind of cool. I wish that, and I know it's asking a lot, but it would have been neat if maybe you could unpeg this and maybe there was a rope or something, or even if they just kind of gave you another piece, like you could unpeg this and maybe peg in like a longer one or something. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I think the head sculpt looks cool. And I know I forgot to show this on Prime, but you can spin the head from side to side. And then you see, I don't like how these things down here just hang off the bottom of the forearms, which I don't love. But I love the color scheme. I think it goes great with the gray. I think the head sculpt for the armor is really cool. I like the missile pods up here. Once you can get it transformed and connected, I think it looks neat. It's such a pain to get it to go properly. And maybe it's a problem with mine. I'm hoping it's not universal to all the Megatrons out there. Maybe mine's just a little finicky. But like Optimus's worked perfectly the first time. This one, I mean, I've done this probably, not lying, 15 times now, and maybe twice it's worked perfectly the first time. So I don't know. But like I said, if you just want to put him on a shelf, I think he looks cool. I think, you know, as long as it's not too tough for kids to figure out, because ultimately this is kind of the more kiddie-centric line, Cyberverse, as opposed to, say, Siege or something like that. So I feel like it shouldn't be too difficult for kids to do. So as long as that's, you know, not a problem, then I think it should be fine. Like I said, I love the end result. I think it looks really cool. It's just a pain to get there. Alright, so getting into Megatron's transformation, I'm going to go ahead, take the cannon off for a moment, raise his arms up above his head. Then you're going to kind of fold them in like this. You're going to bring the cannon back and peg it in down here, and then fold the arms toward the cannon and peg them in like that. So that just hangs there. Okay, coming down here, you're going to flip the legs out. You can go ahead and now you can push them all the way in where you couldn't before. Push that down. Then you're going to just swing these around on this hinge. This little tab slot right here is going to peg into this little tab here on the side of his back. Oops, got to straighten that out. There we go. So that slides in there, and then you can see that there is a tab here and a tab slot on the underneath of his forearm. So bring that around and connect that. And that's it. That is the little tank mode. You know, it's all right. It's not great. Rolls decently. Really just kind of looks like Megatron laying on his back. I mean, you can see his head right there. You can see his arms very plainly. You can see his legs. I mean, I see what they were going for, and it's not the worst thing ever, but it certainly could be better. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's just, like I said, I get what they were going for. It's just, it's not a great tank mode. It really just kind of looks like him laying down with his arms over his face. You know, it's okay at best. So I think Megatron's okay. He's kind of in the same camp as Starscream for me. I don't know what it is about the Decepticons. With the exception of Skybite. This guy and Starscream, they have great robot modes. Really like the robot modes. Articulation's good. Vehicle modes, very weak. I don't know what it is. They're not really knocking it out of the park for Decepticon vehicle modes, with the exception of Skybite. Skybite is aces. As far as the armor goes, I've been fiddling with it more. It seems to be working a little bit better, so maybe something was just jammed and I had to just work it out or something, or one of the joints was getting stuck or something. I don't know. But having the rotor, the propeller, blades, whatever you want to call it, of the helicopter spin as part of the spring-loaded transformation, I think hurts more than it helps. I think that really causes a problem. I think this, just have this on here and just have you spin it by hand. Do not make it tied to the spring-loaded gimmick. I think would have been a lot better, in my opinion, because while it's trying to spin, while things are flipping around, everything's just getting in its own way. Also, I don't love these parts. When you're in the combined spark armor mode, they're just hanging off and they get in the way a lot, so I don't love that. But as a copter, I think the look is great. I think the color scheme's cool. I think it makes a really neat little helicopter. Once you get it combined on him, I think it looks cool. I love the head sculpt of the armor. Again, color scheme with the gray works really well. Just sometimes it's really finicky to get the spring-loaded mechanic to work correctly. So I guess just be a little careful or a little wary of that if you decide to pick this guy up. I think Prime is better out of the two. I really do. I haven't gotten to Bumblebee or Cheetor yet, so we'll see how those go. But I wouldn't say don't get this guy, but if I would say if you're on a budget and you have to pick between him and Prime, I'd probably grab Prime. I think Prime's the more fun out of the two. But he's got a decent little robot mode. Just his transformation, the tank mode, is not really that great, unfortunately. It's just really not. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.